when you do fairy tale photography, the clothes and your props is usually an important part of telling the story. So today we're going to talk about capes and how we love to use them in our photos. Okay, so yes, this is my picture, and it's a self-portrait that I took with the moon. And I love to use capes because, especially in winter, it makes it really easy because I can have my winter clothes underneath it. So sometimes in the winter it's really, really cold. And here I have thermal pants. I have many layers and I have like a proper winter jacket underneath, but you can't really tell, which was kind of the point. So I love using capes because it's convenient in the winter, but also because I just feel like there is a bit more, the feeling that you get from a cape is more timeless. It feels like it's flirting a bit with the history because they didn't have like down jackets back in the days. So I just feel like it just adds a different mood in the image, I think. Yeah.
I would love to wear a cape, on a daily basis, but I think I would get weird looks if I was to walk around in a cape, in the grocery store.
I feel like they are. I usually my partner he's walking around with a blanket all day every day, so it's kind of like he's walking around with a cape, but it's also a bit not so practical because sometimes it gets stuck in a cup on the table and stuff. So I'm not sure how convenient that would be, but I really love the look of it. Yeah. Let's make it normal.
Yeah, exactly. That would be awesome. How far away was the camera? I mean,
this was really far away because this was shot at 200 millimeters and I wanted the moon to be as big as possible. So if you can't change the focal length, the only thing you can change is the distance. So the further back the camera is, the bigger the moon will get. So I think, because I set it up, I think this was taken with time-lapse because the camera was so far away. It was an aperture 2.8, so I could set the focus on the trees because I knew if I stand, between the trees, it will be fine. And then I had to run. So I had the snowshoes on because obviously you can't walk in the nature when it's a lot of snow without snowshoes because you will fall through and then it will take you like 20 minutes. So I think I ran for like 5 minutes to get here. I don't know how far it was, but probably, I don't know, minimum 500 meters. But I also had to run around because this is a ridge and I was standing on a different ridge. So if I would go down in the valley, there would be a lot of snow because when the wind is blowing, it brings all the snow and it leaves it in the valleys. So in the valleys, you have probably twice as much snow. So I took the long road. Shortcuts, not so good in winter conditions. So yeah, it's far away.
Yeah, it's very impressive. I love this shot and the conditions. I mean, and I think we have talked about this. It's so much more fun to get this shot with the moon in camera instead of, I mean, you could get this shot and Photoshop the moon in the photo, but it's so much more fun to get it all in one shot.
I didn't know, I'm going to be honest, I didn't know that the moon was going to be exactly there. And really? I didn't know, when I took the picture, I didn't know it was. So you should have seen my face when I got back to the camera and I saw what I captured. I was squealing. I was like, oh my God.
That's insane. I mean, it looks like you planned this out beforehand.
I mean, I planned it.
Yeah. We can cut where you say you
planned
didn't plan it.
No, I was just hoping that it would be, that I would be somewhere close to the moon, and I knew that it would kind of, that it would pass me here, but I didn't know exactly where. And I did Photoshop, but it was part of the cape. So you see the very edge. It is a composition, but it's like part of the cape. I wanted the angle to be. I mean, I could have used generative fill or AI to make the cape look pretty, but I just chose to take a different picture to get the right angle of the cape. So, but the moon I didn't touch, and I was in the same position. So, yeah,
I love it. It's
Thank you.
amazing. Yeah. This is also, I had the cape because it was very cold this day. It doesn't look that cold, but it was a freezing cold day in southern Sweden. I think
it's a Skåne winter.
Exactly, like February. And this is a cape made of wool, so it's really warm. I love it. I think this is the only cape I ever wear.
I love your cape.
It's so warm and cozy. And I think it's what you said. You get a different vibe or a different mood when you wear a cape, and I just love it. And of course, together with the sword, it just makes like this historic. I don't even know how to explain the mood I'm after. I don't even know if
feels
I
very
know.
medieval almost.
Yeah. And the forest isn't something special at all. It's just
to me, it's very special. You don't have forest like that.
It's a bit of Photoshop as well. It wasn't. I don't think I had the before photo. Sorry, but
we'll bring it next time.
Yeah, it was this dark forest, and the moss was green, and it was kind of boring. But I got this beautiful light on me. This is a self-portrait.
And on the trees.
So I was just kind of playing around, and then I made the forest more moody, and the moss and the trees in the same colors. And I don't know if you can see it, but there's a bit of kind of sparks and
I see it
around the sword.
I just love the colors in this. It's so good, and the light is perfect.
Yeah, thank you. It's not my kind of colors.
It's my kind of colors.
It's more like your colors. But I mean, I love your photos, so maybe I was inspired by you when I edited.
Same. Love yours. It's funny because we use the colors. Yeah. Oh, this is such a good example, actually, because these are more your colors, right?
Yeah.
So this picture was taken in Scotland on my last portrait photography workshop that I hosted in October, and I just love the nature this time of the year because it's like you have kind of autumn colors, but they also go towards the brown, so you have a lot of red, and I just feel like a cape in this surrounding. You have like these endless moors, and you have the dramatic mountains surrounding you. Like seriously, you should see the mountains are behind us as we're shooting. I always shoot like 360. I walk around the models to make sure I get like different light and different angles and stuff and different surroundings. But the light in this picture is what really caught my attention. And I just felt like actually she's wearing normal clothes because this was a very spontaneous stop because the light was perfect and you had like a haze on the horizon that was separating like the mountains from the moors, and it was just the light that was coming out. This is just before sunrise, I think. So we were actually going to a castle, and obviously you bring a cape when you're going to a castle, right?
Of
It just
course.
feels like the perfect match. So she wasn't prepared and we weren't prepared, but I was just slamming the brakes. I was like, we're stopping here. So the easiest way to shoot was just to bring out the cape. So it wasn't planned, but it was afterwards when I talked to the participants, like a lot of them, they're like, that was my favorite stop. And that's just tells you a bit more that, you know, sometimes it's more about the circumstances and the lights and the colors and everything. But I mean, obviously Scotland is beautiful. So in the Highlands, you always have a good location to shoot. So yeah, I feel like sometimes, especially in Scotland, the light is changing so fast. Like in 1 minute, you can have 50 different lights. It's just insane. And I didn't want to risk, like if she was taking a dress on, it would have taken a lot longer time. And sometimes it's just easy to use a cape. Like you can just get out of the car. This is not far from the road. Just get out of the car, put a cape on. And if you haven't had time to do your hair or your makeup or anything, you know, if you wanted to do that, you could just like turn away, face away from the camera. And I just feel like a cape is the lazy, easy way sometimes to get really good shots. It's just so convenient.
Yeah.
And it's fun
I
to play
agree.
with. It captures the wind and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, you can
And
do so much. I love it.
yeah, I just felt like it was the perfect. Yeah, I just feel like it was a natural fit. Like she's walking across the moors with a lantern in the morning. Like, what is she doing? Is she getting the midwife? If someone having a baby, or the doctor, or is she running away from her husband? Who knows? I don't know. It just felt like a really good fit. Like she could be anyone. Yeah.
So I think you had two great tips. One, bring a cape. You don't have to have a dress underneath or anything.
Mm-hmm.
And also to shoot in 360, like walk around the model, because I think, I know I do, I get kind of stuck in one place, one angle, and what I think will look the best.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe I don't even try another one. So, I mean, just to do a walk around the model, you can find new angles and new ways to shoot. That's I think I have to try that one myself.
Yeah. 360.
Yeah. 360 and a cape.
360 and a cape. And sometimes, actually very often, I end up loving, you know, I also get stuck. So I try to remind myself to do that. But very often I get surprised when I get home. Like sometimes the picture or the angle and the light I thought would be the best one isn't always my favorite when I get back to edit.
True. Talking about the moon. This was a planned photo shoot. So it was no surprise that the moon was just behind her. And this is not a self-portrait. It's so much harder if you're doing a self-portrait, because you have no idea where the moon is and where you are standing. And but this is my sister. She gets to be my model quite often.
She's so good.
And this was also kind of a cold evening. This was during spring, where we don't get. It's not that warm during spring here, and this was during sunset, and it was kind of windy. So I thought I would be nice to her to bring my wool cape, so she would get warm. And also, she had a white dress underneath, and I think the white dress in front of the moon would be, you don't get the contrast to the moon. So that's also one thing for me to add the cape to her outfit.
Yeah, it makes her pop a bit more.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I have scouted this place for some time. I knew there were going to be a full moon, and I needed a hill, and I needed to stand far, far, far away from her, like you were talking about. You need a distance between the model and the camera to get the moon to be as big as possible. And I was able to borrow a lens from OM System. It's their 150 to 400 millimeter. So you can get 800 millimeter full frame, but they also have this converter inside of the lens. So I got 1,000 millimeter with.
So this is taken with 1,000 millimeters.
Yes.
Oh God.
Yeah, so that's why the moon looks so big.
Yeah, it's not photoshopped, is it?
No, this is the before the original. It was kind of dark. It was getting dark. The sun had just set, but you still had, some light.
Yeah.
And it was so stressful. If you have ever taken pictures of the moon,
it moves so fast.
Yeah, it moves so fast. So I think I took this shot, and the next shot, she was not in the middle of the moon anymore.
No.
So
you have to constantly move when you're taking a picture.
Yeah. And I also had it on a tripod, because if you're shooting with 1,000 millimeter, it's very hard.
Especially if your shutter speed is 1/100.
Yeah, because it was getting dark, and so tripod, and also to move in like every shot. It was kind of a stressful photo shoot, but it turned out. I mean, this is one of my favorite shots. And I think you were talking about the cape. It was like you can get the wind a bit. If she was just wearing a dress, I think it would be. I don't know if it would have been a boring photo, but I think the cape adds a touch of something.
Yeah.
And when she has that hood, and I just love the look of her wearing a cape. And of course the sword again. It's always with me.
It's it looks like a cover of a book, like a fantasy or historical, like a romance. Yeah, I love it.
Thank you.
Looks a bit romantic as well.
So how do we, sammanfatta?
How do we sammanfatta? We summarize this by the clothes obviously matters. If I would have been standing with the moon in the first shot, and I just had my normal winter gears on, like my down jacket and my trousers, then it could have been a really good shot as well, but it would have been like a travel kind of, you see these travel pictures of people who travel around to epic places and they take epic pictures. But if you add the modern clothes, like if you're using modern clothes, then you get a modern feel to it. So it's just like the clothes is just one part of the ingredients that is kind of can basically transform the whole story, I would say.
Yeah. And I think it's fun to look, if you compare my two shots, it's the same cape, but they look completely different because I have a very dark dress in the first one and a very light dress in the second one. So it's also, what you're wearing with the cape. And you don't have to have 10 different capes in 10 different colors. I just have one. And I also sometimes change color in Photoshop to make it look a bit different.
I was gonna say I have the same cape in these two pictures as well, and it makes me really sad because at the moment when I left Scotland, I was just telling Louise before we started this recording, but I had too much. I had excess kilos, So I had too much weight in my bag when I was traveling home. So I had to post. So I posted like 5 kilos or something with a Royal Mail from Scotland. And that is a few months ago. And I still haven't gotten it. So my cape may be gone. So this makes me a bit sentimental.
So sad. Yeah, I'm
what
so
am I
sad
gonna
for
do
you
this winter?
Yeah. Because as you,
yeah,
sorry.
No,
as you were saying, it's okay. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say that I also changed the colors. So I think gray is a great color if you want to be able to change the colors, because gray has a lot of colors in it already. And in our editing courses, we show like exactly how we do to change the colors, add color. It's really easy. But yeah, I feel like it's great, but also, yeah, makes me a bit sentimental.
Yeah, I feel you very much. I would be devastated if my cape was missing. Because as you were saying, it's so perfect to just have your cape, and if you're driving by a nice location, you can just put the cape on and wear your normal clothes underneath. You don't have to go bananas with dresses and swords and stuff like that. All you need is a cape, basically.
All you need is a cape. I think that sums it up.
Yeah, it does.
All right. We hope you have gotten some great inspiration, and if you have a cape, maybe some new ways to use it. And if you have been thinking about getting a cape, we can highly recommend it. So just enjoy and play and have fun and explore how different clothes can add to and bring your stories to life. Thank you
so
watching.
much. Yeah, thank you. Bye.